Coming up on the National Rundown, a huge snake is caught in Florida, another Fox News anchor gone, and 2 men in New York try to conceal drugs and you'll never guess where. All this and more coming up next. Welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Jessica Mounts.
And I'm Joe Cicchino. In efforts to avoid a government shutdown, President Trump backs down in new short-term spending bill. The stopgap bill will give Congress an extra week to finalize a way to fund the government through September. They originally had until last Friday. If the government were to shut down, that would have caused monuments to close, layoffs of government employees, and delays in tax refund payments. Now let's head over to Chuck Weber to hear about a slithery situation.
My name's Dusty Crum, D-U-S-T-Y-C-R-U-M, and they call me the Wild Man.
And this wild man is responsible for both pythons 49 and 50 in the South Florida Water Management District's new python removal program, paying hunters to take pythons from the Everglades.
It really means a lot to me to be able to help.
We traveled to Homestead to cover the weigh-in for Crum's most recent captures.
I catch everything live, barehanded.
Crum says he approaches and grabs a snake as calmly as possible. But his latest python, 14.6 feet long, weighing 75 pounds, put up a fight.
Kind of dancing with the snake for a little while, and I finally got to get the head, and he was all over the place. Very strong snake.
The Water District selected 25 hunters for the pilot project from 1,000 applicants, paying minimum wage and bounties based on snake size. Crum's latest 2 earned him $525. But Crum says his greatest reward is getting rid of the scourge, consuming small mammals, upsetting the ecological balance. And he says you need experience doing something like this.
This snake here, I actually got a little tooth stuck in my finger. I thought it was a splinter, and I started picking it out, and it ended up being a python tooth.
The Rowan University officer who was hit last Saturday night is slowly recovering. Officer Russell Carmalingo works for the Rowan University Police Department. He was struck after doing a standard vehicle stop on Route 322. Officials say the officer's strength and courage helped speed up his recovery. Police are reminding drivers to always slow down if they see police emergency lights. The Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office is investigating how the accident happened. Now let's race over to Michelle to hear about the latest sports news.
Thanks, Joe. The NFL draft is happening this weekend and right around the corner in Philadelphia. This is the first time the draft is being held in Philly since 1960. The first round starts tonight at 8 p.m., followed by rounds 2 through 3 on Friday and rounds 4 through 7 on Saturday. Some of the projected first-round surprise picks are Adoree Jackson from USC, Malik McDowell from Michigan State, and Evan Ingram from Mississippi. Tune in to ESPN or the NFL Network to watch it all unfold. Red Sox minor league pitcher Kevin Steen is critically injured in a car crash Wednesday night near Fort Myers. The driver of the other car was killed, and Steen is in the hospital in critical condition. The other driver veered off the road, attempted to correct, and crossed the center line, crashing into Steen's SUV. 20-year-old Steen is a starting pitcher and was the 9th-round pick of the Red Sox in 2014. He was about to begin his 4th season. Heading over to basketball, Rockets owner Leslie Alexander is fined $100,000 by the NBA for confronting a referee. The interaction occurred with 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter of Houston's Game 5 win over Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the NBA's largest fine in 2 years. That's all we have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Stay tuned to hear about the delicious details of Caribbean Cuisine Week.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Fox News presenter Jesse Walters is taking a holiday after appearing to make a sexually suggestive remark about Ivanka Trump. He said, with a grin, that he, quote, really liked how she was speaking into the microphone, end quote. He denied it was sexual, saying he was complimenting her voice. A few hours after the denial, he made the announcement on air that he was taking an unannounced holiday.
Now, I'm curious to hear about all this entertainment news, so let's hear from Elisa about what's going on in entertainment.
Thank you, Joe. In honor of her one-year anniversary of Lemonade, Beyonce has announced that she'll be giving not one, but 4 scholarships to encourage and support young women who are unafraid to think outside the box and who are creative, bold, conscious, and confident. Reports show that scholarships are worth about $25,000 each, and specifically for women studying creative arts, music, literature, or African American studies at 4 schools: Berkeley School of Music in Boston, New York's Parsons University, and 2 HBCUs, Howard University and Atlanta Spelman University. Beyonce isn't the only one who surprised her fans. Johnny Depp surprised his fans at Disneyland as Captain Jack Sparrow on one of the Pirates and Caribbean rides. Videos were captured on Twitter and went viral as fans screamed in excitement. That's all for entertainment. Thank you, and back to you at the desk.
And here is Bob Duncan with the World News Minute.
Thanks, guys. Venezuela says they will withdraw from the Organization of American States. Foreign Minister Delcy Rodriguez says that the country, which is facing huge civil unrest, would take steps to leave Pan Am, which would take 2 years. 28 people have been killed since the unrest broke out, with 13 being killed in relation to the protest. Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro is at the center, with many of the protests calling for his resignation. Syria is blaming Israel for alleged missile strikes near the Damascus International Airport. Israel won't confirm or deny responsibility, but a government official did say that the incident in Syria fits Israel's policy of stopping weapons being shipped from Syria to Hezbollah in Lebanon. There are no reports of anyone being hurt or killed in the blast. In later news, a hiker has been found alive after being missing for 7 weeks in the Himalayas. Survivor Ling Shen-yu was found next to his partner Ling Shen-chun, who died a few days before help arrived. The couple was hiking around the remote Ganesh Himal. The couple confronted a snowstorm and did not turn back. They were not using a guide or porter and lost their bearings as they fell 100 meters off a cliff and into a ravine where they took shelter in a cave. Liang Shen lost 66 pounds and was thankful for being rescued. He turns 21 tomorrow. That's the World News Minute. Back to you at the desk.
Rumors circulated that President Trump wanted to end the North American trade agreement, but has agreed to negotiate with both Canada and Mexico instead. Trump is often known for criticizing the bill and calling it the single worst trade deal ever. Earlier today, he spoke about his special relationships with both leaders of Canada and Mexico, which is what caused him to reconsider.
The FBI and 2 other organizations will now be investigating Trump advisor Michael Flynn. Flynn was fired in February for not releasing information about his conversations with the Russian ambassador. The FBI will be investigating if Flynn received foreign funds without the necessary approval. Flynn has received several payments from other governments, including Russia and Turkey, for making appearances.
Here's Mavish Khan with information about Philly's Caribbean Cuisine Week.
Hey guys.
Hey Mavish, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So what is this Caribbean Cuisine Week?
Okay, so it's organized by the Young Caribbean Professional Network, and basically there's a lot of different restaurants in Philadelphia that are serving some really great food, and you can just go on in and try some jerk chicken, some plantains, you know, experience some different culture.
When does this go till?
So it started on April 25th, and it ends tomorrow, but you still have tonight to go get some dinner, or tomorrow to get lunch and dinner.
So this isn't just people get to eat fun things, but there's also a cause behind it?
Yes. So a portion of the money will go to about 700 athletes that are traveling from Trinidad, Tobago, St. Vincent, and Jamaica, and the Bahamas for the Philadelphia Penn Relays this weekend. It's going to cover their transportation, their medical expenses, food, everything.
And can you give some more details about the Penn Relays?
Yeah, so it's going to be on the 27th to the 29th. It's in Franklin Field over the bridge in Philadelphia. It's such a great cause. I just found out that the Olympian Usain Bolt actually was someone who received money from this like awareness week back when he was in high school, and now he's an Olympian. So you never know where your money's going.
That's crazy.
Not only an Olympian, he is the man.
He is. That's true.
Thanks, Mavish. A Russian spy ship, Lehman, sinks off the Turkish coast after being breached in a collision with a freighter. All of the crew was rescued, and the cause of the collision is unclear, but fog was reported in the area. Turkish media said the ship hit a Togo-flagged boat carrying livestock. The Black Sea Fleet said the Russian crew had followed all the rules of sailing and maneuvering, suggesting that the accident was caused by the other ship. Stay tuned as Ellen Unger gives her opinion on a well-known celebrity family.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Customs and Border Protection officer at New York's JFK Airport captured 2 passengers who attempted to smuggle drugs across borders. The 2 men tried to bring more than 10 kilos of cocaine into the United States. The men allegedly had the drugs taped to their legs under their clothing. The men traveled on the same flight from the Dominican Republic to New York, but it's unclear if they knew each other. The men were arrested and are facing federal narcotics smuggling charges.
Here's Ellen Unger discussing if it's really worth keeping up with the Kardashians.
Thanks, Jess. I still don't get all of the hype over the Kardashians. I just don't. Their father was the reason they were brought into the spotlight, and since then, they're literally everywhere. Everyone has their favorite Kardashian and bows down to them. If you step back and really take a look, you will question why they're even famous. Their reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, has 13 seasons and has been on air since 2007. Do you really care about the lives of the rich and famous so much that you'll watch them drink their iced Fenty green teas all day and complain about how their lives are so hard and stressful? To me, they're just a family with more money than they know what to do with that everyone is trying to live vicariously through. Stop feeding their egos. They're not that great. That's just my opinion. Back to you guys.
When we come back, hear if this nice weather is finally here to stay. Don't go anywhere.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Now let's head over to Dave Tsunami Kincaid for the weather.
I'm Dave Tsunami Kincaid. If there's a big wave, I'll be the first to tell you. Tonight, there's a high chance of thunderstorms, so stay indoors with a high temperature of 64 degrees. Let's go over to the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, Friday, it'll be a high of 82 and a low of 63 and partly cloudy, so it's better to go outside tomorrow than tonight. Tomorrow, or the next day, is Saturday, and it'll be a high of 88 and a low of 63, mostly cloudy. And Sunday, it'll be a high of 69 and a low of 56, mostly cloudy as well, but a big drop in the temperature. On Monday, it'll be a high of 82. The temperatures will go back up, and a low of 63, partly cloudy. And on Tuesday, it'll drop just a little bit to a high of 74 and a low of 53, partly cloudy as well. Overall, a great weather week. Let's go over to our weather window. Hi everyone. Well, this is a picture of a horrid Route 322, but the weather's beautiful today. The traffic's always bad, but the weather's beautiful. Go outside, go for a walk, go running. You see everyone running across campus. You see the cars out and about because everyone wants to get out of their house in this beautiful weather. And then here we see the beautiful hotel that was, recently built off of Rowan Boulevard, and it looks beautiful as well, like always. And it's time to go for a nice walk up that beautiful new road. So, this is a great time to go outside. Spring is officially here. So hey guys, next week is is the Philadelphia Broad Street Run. I'm super excited for it. What's your plans for the weekend? I'm planning to train for the race. How about you guys?
I gotta study up for my last-minute finals so I can finish the semester out and then really enjoy the weather.
I wish I could tell you my plans, Dave, but they're kind of controversial, so I'm not gonna really bring it up. But I will be outside all day.
What's not one controversy is that everyone can agree Professor Kelly was a great professor teaching us how to do this Rowan newscast. Thanks again, Professor Kelly. And that's it for the weather today. Thank you, guys.
That's all from the National Rundown. I'm Jessica Mounts.
And I'm Joe Cicchino. Have a good evening.